Warning. Proceeding to the final encounter will make it impossible to return to Salem. Do you want to continue? Oh man. So this is definitely the last bit of the game. I'm glad I went off and did all those little collectibles then, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to come back or not, you know?
No one deserves to be murdered. And when the psycho trying to kill someone pretends there's some grand justice behind it, that just makes it all the more twisted.
Oh shit, this place has seen some better days. But, thankfully, once all the textures load in, there you go, I can just go around them like this. So there's definitely no one here besides Abigail and Joy, huh? Yep, fuck.
Joy!
Ronan, help!
Not another step.
Rex?
No, not you, Rex. This has nothing to do with her, Abigail.
Oh, but it does. For 300 years, we have executed the witches who corrupt our fair city.
Down there. Let's go.
Those who try to mask their demonic contract and leverage powers they should never possess.
Just like you have.
Don't you dare compare me to her!
Easy, easy. Put your hands up!
Help!
Don't do anything stupid.
Hands up! Stop what you're doing. Hands up! Do it now!
Oh god! Oh boy.
Rex, you piece of shit. What are you doing?
It's not Rex! It's Abigail!
This was you.
Want you getting closer to the truth.
Ronan, do something!
Right?
Hold tight, kid. I'm on my way.
It's a little tiny fucking puddle of demons. I'm not worried about it. 17 seconds to run right across the room. How can I save Joy? Influencer, what can stop Abigail? How about her original target, my only lead, possible target, powerful scream, powerful scream! Here we go!
It's over, Abigail.
How can I stop Abigail? By being inside of her already?
No!
Joy!
Oh, well, that's awkward. I thought she was gonna try to possess Joy again, but I guess, no. That's not how it works out. Fucking. Really? I gotta go through that entire thing again? At the very least, just put me at the fucking after credits, because I can't skip the cutscene. Oh, thank God. Okay, we can skip it. We gotta go! Aha! I can grab her! And make her relive her death. Oh, she's gonna enjoy this.
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem. It is time to pay for your sins!
This can't be happening. You want to use memories against me? Two can play at that game.
Oh no. Well, my death isn't that bad.
I know the truth about your death, but I still don't know the truth about mine.
Did you use Rex to kill me?
Did you use Rex to kill me?
Rex was my most influential. The most respected, the most feared official in town. Of course I did.
Aw, no. Now there's a twist.
How could Rex have done it? Rose's killer had blue eyes.
I didn't use the same killer for every murder.
Also, Baxter was a killer sometimes.
Baxter. Why did you kill Baxter?
I eventually kill all the killers I use. Especially the ones who get close to the truth.
Well, that was interesting. Okay, she eventually kills all her killers, especially when they get close to the truth. Abigail did use Rex to kill me, my own brother-in-law. So he was gonna use Rex to try and kill Joy or Cassandra. It's kind of circumstantial what happened to me, honestly.
I wasn't close to the truth in the apartment. I wasn't one of your killers. Why did I have to die? I wouldn't.
You used me for a murder? Oh no.
No, I wouldn't. How could I?
'Cause it's a possession, you idiot!
You made me kill her.
Okay, that's a cheap blow. I can't do that! Ronan, do something!
Out. You're coming with me.
That works too. Oh, I guess they prefer her instead. So is that it? It's over? Well, it's a good thing, I guess.
We all got a dark side, sometimes obvious, sometimes not. If we're lucky, we keep our dark side hidden. By law, Rex was a killer. But the law doesn't always see the truth. Fortunately, Joy did. And she would never press charges. She might even help Rex cover his tracks. One thing's for certain. She's a better person than I was at that age. A kid who deserves forgiveness. She's paid her dues. And committing a few small crimes, searching for your mom, well, even the coldest cops would forgive those.
Mom!
Hasn't been a Bell killer murder since the night Abigail met her final end. But the case never officially closed. But memories fade, time heals. With luck, Salem will move on and find peace.
Will you move on and find peace?
Death repays debts, my father always said. Forever I believe that. Truth be told, this life ain't over until you're honest about what you owe. Set everything right. Settle your debts. Only then can you move on.
Ronan?
And that's that, I guess. Huh. I thought they were gonna sequel bait there and just say that, you know, he hadn't earned his way into heaven yet or something, and like he'd have to do more investigations and stuff like that in the future, and there'd be like a sequel or something. But maybe not. I mean, they could still do it, but that was a really short-handed ending. Holy fucking anticlimactic. Like, we have this ramping up of stuff, of not even all that dramatic story stuff that you could have seen like miles away. And the last fight is basically, remember that Joy can scream and then press square while standing next to Abigail. And then you basically just ask her about stuff and she dies. You find out the truth about things and she dies. Now, I wasn't expecting like a final boss fight or something, or a thing where I'd have to like navigate around a room while taking out demons and stuff like that. But that certainly wasn't, I don't know, that felt like a really weird way to end the game. And I feel like the entire game is kind of similar in that regard, that not much was done at all with its story or with its gameplay. We helped like maybe 3 or 4 other ghosts like go away peacefully. We never really investigated anything other than, you know, the Bell Killer murders. We never really saw like the twisted side of the ghosts and things like that. The only things we saw, the only twisted stuff that we saw from the ghosts were from the collectible things that kind of hinted that about like possessions, evil possessions, and then the demons. But the demons aren't even like, the demons are just like, you know, souls that have gone, or the way I understand the souls that have just kind of gone insane, you know, lost themselves and now hunt other people. But those, I don't think those guys like possess others and kill other people, so I don't know, not much was really done with the story and the characters and a whole bunch of things, and the game had so much potential. I really enjoyed a lot of the cutscenes, most of the cutscenes, at least most of the cutscenes without Joy. A lot of Joy's character was just like opposing Ronan until he was like, well, my wife died! You know, and I feel like that doesn't even have to be brought up. You fucking got shot for her, okay? She doesn't need you to fucking, if you hadn't come around, she would have died to your brother, who was possessed by, you know, Abigail. And so she shouldn't have been so fucking, so sassy against you, and I think that was kind of stupid. Another thing, fucking Ronan was really slow as shit for some things. You know, he's like, yeah, Baxter, why'd you kill all those people? I'm like, dude, there's nothing really saying that Baxter killed the people. Yeah, it's suspicious that he's not, like, you know, with the other cops, but he was laid off the case. So, and he was like the one who was most investigating it. So it was really easy to see that he was either investigating it on his own or staying away from anything involving the Bell Killer. I don't know, I just didn't see it at all, so it was just... The game was kind of disappointing. For something that was, let's see, that was about 6, 7, maybe 8 hours, maybe 9 hours of gameplay. For something that was $60, that was not worth it. It was a cool title. And who knows, maybe there'll be more murdered games in the future. I would love more murdered games in the future. I enjoy the premise of the game. I enjoy the thought of, you know, there being a ghost dude investigating ghost shit and also investigating human stuff, interacting with people by having to use ghostly mechanics, but this game really didn't have it. The most that we could do was walk through walls and teleport through stuff, but it didn't really... I don't know, I feel like Murdered I feel like Murdered has a really good premise and would have potential to have a really good sequel. There's so much that they could do with Murdered as a franchise, as a new series, that I feel that maybe they didn't really get right with the first game. The story was interesting to go through, but it was just boring as well. There wasn't much there. So I'm hoping that if they ever do a Murder 2, because again, it has potential, if they ever do a Murder 2, you know, we have more interesting cases, we have, you know, ghost stories that expand across like entire things, and more than just like one villain who's only really revealed in the last like 20 minutes of the game. Like if I hadn't gone on my little collection fest that lasted like an hour, it literally would have been, oh man, Abigail's the killer, and then another cutscene, and then that's it. That was the end of the game. So there's got to be more there. There's got to be more gameplay elements. I think poltergeisting would have been a cooler mechanic if you actually could... I don't know. I feel like the Ghostbusters games were better ghost games than playing as a ghost in Murdered Soul Suspect. And I think that says a lot. It's hard to explain, but definitely... I hope that they learn from Murdered Soul Suspect. If they ever do make a Murder 2, it might be one of those games that just kind of have a one-off thing. I honestly hope it doesn't, because as a one-off, it's extremely disappointing. It's not terrible. It's like a $20, $30 game worth in my mind. But no, it needs to be expanded. We need to learn more about this ghost world. We need to, you know, hear more creepy stories, learn more about the demons. Maybe Abigail returns. I fucking hope not, because she wasn't really much of a villain. We saw her like 2 times before it was revealed that she was the killer. And fucking, that's dumb. I don't know. I mean, there could have been at least like another hour or 2 of gameplay there where we're kind of ramping up and trying to save Joy, and then maybe her mother would come along, and we didn't even need to see the fucking mother. She just kind of shows up and it's like, Mom! And that's dumb, in my opinion. But that was Murdered Soul Suspect. I enjoyed going through it. I didn't really go into it expecting too much, because it's pretty much like a point-and-click adventure game, and those are like very traditional things where you just kind of like go around an environment and you interact with anything that looks like you can interact with it, and you learn stuff, and then you piece clues together. It's an extremely old formula, and I just wish that they had expanded a little bit more, or at the very least had interesting stories to go along with it in the main story. The side collection stuff, that was interesting, but I would have loved if I was, you know, just figuring out a story on my own. The coolest things were just being told something in a cutscene for 2 to 3 minutes about an event that we don't know really much about. And that's a shame. That should be in the main game. That should be like a side character who's like, I got killed and I need to figure out why. And then you investigate like a block of the town, city, whatever, and you're like, oh man, there's like a killer ghost, and the way he died was like a chainsaw through the leg, and so now he's hunting people by slicing their faces off with his chainsaw leg. And it's like, oh shit, let's do something about that. That's a fucking crazy example, but yeah, no, Murdered needs crazy things. It's a ghost game that stays so much within the box that it feels like it would have worked out better as a book or a movie from like the 70s or the 80s, you know? But as a game in 2014, it doesn't work out that well, and that's unfortunate. But again, I enjoyed what little I was able to play of it. And hopefully you guys did too. I know there were a few people who were in the comments who were like, yeah, this is kind of cool, and it was kind of interesting to go through it. Ronan as a character wasn't too bad, actually. I enjoyed him. He was really quippy about things, really sassy, and I like sassy characters. Rex was okay, not really there. Julia, we heard like 3 lines out of Julia, so not much of a character there, but they really tried to ham-fist into there about Julia as being like this most amazing person ever, and it's such a shame that she died. I wish there had been a little bit more expansion there. There was a lot of opportunities to just like flashback or even, you know, make us relive memories with Julia and just see how sad, even make us relive through Julia's death. I think that would have been something interesting, something that would have allowed me to care more about the events that have happened through Ronan's life, other than it just kind of being alluded to, you know? I don't care that he's a criminal because all we hear is, oh, he was a criminal. I don't care about Julia because all we hear is, oh, Julia died. You know? So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the game a lot. And thanks for watching this Let's Play. I will see you guys in the next one.